disrespected your handwriting on television.
Who are these niggas? Yo, I cried now. We need to stay away from these niggas.
I don't know where we should start first. Listen, a long time ago, the prophetic and the very profound and the very smart and the very vivacious Six the Goddess said these words. And this is around the time when Kevin Samuels went viral. And then I found Six the Goddess because of her reaction video to the Average at Best video, right? And she gave a very fair assessment. This is at a time when women still would just straight up come online and lie and try to do girl code wherever, despite the situation. Now, in hindsight, now we can all say with confidence and be more comfortable. And I hate to call anyone unattractive. I remember my homeboy said, "That girl was ugly." And you gotta think about what it means in the world. What does it mean for the world? How low do we have the bar when someone that is as unattractive as the young lady in the Average at Best video, that same girl got on a platform, right? And said, "I cannot respect a man or be submissive to a man that makes less than six figures." And that video changed everything because we got to see the face. Because what it really was is that women don't really have their own personality. It's mostly because you're not really working on that. You're not really working on the things that are good about you. For the most part, media, social media, feminism, society, everything incentivizes the woman to think that I need to just live for me. Have less kids, be less cooperative, be more selfish, and what's really gonna happen is, yo, you got the average woman out here taking cues from the ilk of women who might be on what you call a blade. The ilk of women who go on dates. You heard me say thanks for that tip. Thank you. Pause. All right. And to the point, and this happened ever so slowly. I mean, and again, I don't mean to drag shit, but what made it easier for this to happen is the lack of spirituality in people, right? But anywho, I'm sorry, we're losing track. I'm sorry, but the point was, we know that we realized how bad things were in terms, basically how delusional the average woman was, just based on that video. And in that video, that lady had all of the things I think that we need regulations and legislation on: lashes, wig, and makeup. See, under my program, she would have to have registration and a license for the lashes, wig, and makeup. Because first of all, we need to do a psychological test. Because the first thing that we need to make sure of is you don't have ambitions to be a baddie, and you do not attend the church of the bad bitch. Because there's only one religion that modern women really seem to listen to or really care about, and that is the church of the boss chick. Either you go to the church of the boss chick every Sunday, or really every day in your mind, or you go to the church of the bad bitch. All right, and in both churches, the whore, the one taking dates, I'm sorry, she's the high priestess. Because for the most part, look how 304s was able to look how they've been able to influence women because they have platforms now. Now, these kind of women never get deplatformed. They don't get demonetized. You never hear them online saying, my profile's been deleted. They have to be online naked. They have to break mad violations. Okay? Whereas for the male content, just trying to help men out, get them information, you'll get deplatformed. You'll get demonetized, all types of issues. So, came across this video right here, man. So I don't know if this is real or AI, but either way, I thought it was really interesting. And listen, anyone who knows me know I love them chocolate. What? Listen, this is my type right here, boy. But now, yo, we are officially in the future, bro. It says you be crazy not to date me as a white man because. Okay? All right, so the name of this page is called Snow for Charcoal, right? So most of these videos don't really have like much to it, right? There's not really much. They don't really write very much. There's not much personality, honestly, but it seems very much like a fantasy, right? Important question for the white guy. So it's pretty much everything. So it's supposed to be. It's like a character. So I'm not sure if this is a divester. Well, either way, even if it's a real person, right? So this would be like a divester character. And this is also, I think it's really interesting because a part of why you're seeing this, right? Because the thing is, this is a slippery slope. On one hand, we're trying to find out is this a real person, but on the other hand, I can't say that I can't say that somebody would make a page like this. You know what I mean? Because listen, a lot of black guys are very naive to how much black women really fuck with Brad. A lot of y'all don't really get that. Listen, there's a few things you can do. All right, if you're a black guy, right, and if you want to know, if you're very curious, if you can't take my word for it, here's what you do. I want you to when you go home, I want you to ask your girl if you have a girl. Well, actually, let's go ahead and start doing a survey. It's a very simple survey. Just ask them, have you ever dated a white guy, and would you date a white guy? Even if they don't start gushing and glowing and getting super excited, right? One thing that you'll never hear a black woman say, black women should not be dating white men. Or that's gross for black women to date white men, or how could you date white men? I'm sure they're out there, but over the course of my lifetime, I have never heard a black woman speak negatively about black female and white male relationships, despite the history and the connotations. And you know, as I've educated myself further, right? I was having a conversation with my homeboy yesterday about Malcolm X and Bay Shabazz. And for the most part, that really represents how differently we used to think. Because for the most part, one of the reasons why you never thought about or questioned the legitimacy or the personality or the integrity of Betty Shabazz was because of who? Malcolm X. Women do not have reputations or do not have respect and honor without men. Right? But because she was tied to Malcolm X, because she was tied to a man who was immortalized, she got caught up in that legacy. Couldn't find out while he's going through the height of all this shit, right? Yo, she left them 3 or 4 times. When you were in a marriage, it is devastating for the person you love to separate from you. Can you imagine niggas shooting at you? Everybody against you. You trying to be right. You trying to live right. You trying to protect your family. You trying to do something for your people. And the person who's supposed to have your back during times of peril left a nigga hanging, man. No pun intended. No bad juju. Hold on. First of all,
your body. If you love me, let me get your body.
They don't know what's going on.
They never had my back.
He told me how much he used to take you.
They never had my back.
but watch how it come around though. So Sexy God has made this point during her reaction to the Average at Best video. What she was saying was, you can't give black women any kind of critique or tell them that they've done anything wrong. And at the time, that was the beginning of the conversation. What we've come to understand now is that is a product of the immaturity. Because what that really is that you have not matured to the point where you can mentally handle a critique. What's up, babe? They in the freezer, man. They almost cooled down. Okay, give it a few more minutes. Okay, you can have it. Okay. All right. I'm doing the show. Okay. See you later. Put her shirt on. So she spoke about how you couldn't pretty much have a real conversation, and that's immaturity. You have not grown to the point where you can handle the stress of for one, the possibility of being wrong or the reality of you being wrong. Which again, that's a part of life. That's something that kids go through. Like, I'll see my son start getting nervous because he messed up, because he made a mess, because he spilled something and whatnot, right? And he'll look at me, and I might get upset with him, but I'll tell him, Levi, clean up. Levi, fix it. Come on, let's go. You don't gotta look at me, let's go. But I understand that moment. I'm trying to help him get over the process. Oh man, I screwed up. I messed up. Let me go ahead and fix it and make sure I don't do it again. Rather than getting a young person or a child or whoever caught up in, oh man, you messed up. That's a waste of time. I'm saying, like, the only thing, as far as critiques go, right? The only thing we need to discuss is what happened and how to maybe prevent it from happening again, maybe why it happened. But other than that, that's it. But you come across some people, again, depending on where they are in their maturity, right? Because a lot of people don't realize that, yo, first of all, human beings have an innate desire to see some kind of suffering. That's why we like seeing boxing, like seeing sports, because even if it's not physical, but someone has to lose, someone has to go through it, someone has to bear the brunt. We want to see that. That's why we like news. That's why we like to see these court cases and stuff like that. Like me personally, I'm watching mad body cam videos. I'm seeing all you independent boss chicks on these body cam videos with these bad checks. Who goes to the check cashing place with a bonnet? Like more and more, I'm starting to realize that the closer someone is to the very bottom, the easier it is for them to get caught up in some kind of crime, especially now. I don't know if is there an increase in finance crimes? I don't know. But anywho. Six the guy that spoke at length about how no one can check black women. Not other black women, not black men, not black women your age. No one can. And she said, you know what y'all need? It has to be a white man. Has to be a white man. And I'm like, and then I saw this clip earlier, and that's what reminded me of all that.
Person don't post it. Their girlfriend, husband, or wife don't mean they don't have one. You don't post none of them roaches you got up in your house. Shit, but they in there, right? You don't post your baby daddy laying on that couch playing 2K all day, but he's still there. Jesus, fix it.
You better say that, baby.
Baby, make it make sense. Just because a person don't post their girlfriend, husband, or wife don't mean they don't have one. You don't post none of them roaches you got up in your house. Shit, but they in there, right? You don't post your baby daddy laying on that couch playing 2K all day, but he's still there.
Listen. We got a few solutions to save the black community, and I'm not trying to offend
They
y'all.
don't know what's going on.
They never had my back.
I'm not trying to
Tell me
offend
how
y'all.
much he wants to take you.
They never
I
had
promise
my
I'm trying to offend y'all. All right, so solution one. All right, relax, fam. I know it's 8 o'clock. Relax. My bad. I'm sorry. My soundboard going crazy. One of the alternate solutions is, I think the only way that black women can be happy is if they with like a non-black man. I think that would be a good starting point. So for the non-black guy, he can kind of get like the kind of treatment is going to make him feel confident and good about himself. Because again, like she's able to look at him more like a man. So when he screws up, when he has a hardship and stuff like that, she already sees him. She has him on a pedestal anyway. So when he goes through his troubles and stuff like that, she'll have an easier time supporting him. As for black men in general, the price, men in general, the price of marriage has to go up, and no more marriage contract. You gotta get a teammate. What is a teammate, you ask? You need to find someone that you like enough to have to stomach them for a lifetime. So get you a best friend and whatnot, someone that you don't mind sharing a man with, or someone you can share a man with. And I don't want to hear, oh, who's doing that? Hey, listen, first and foremost, don't you ever let a woman fool you into thinking that she can't take your bullshit, or that she cannot deal with your problems, or deal with you having kids. Tell you something. Black women mostly live in a state of constant chaos. What's a little more chaos? So what if I got kids? You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, she got credit card debt, she got student loan debt, she got a shady baby daddy most of the time. She got some unresolved daddy issues. She got all types of shit going on with her, and on top of health issues with her vagina. When women get older, they vaginas really be breaking down. They really be getting like cervical cancer and stuff with their cervix. You know what I mean? Like it's like as if it's part of the schedule. They get menopause. They just break down. It's just they just age all the way out. That's why y'all look crazy. It's crazy having menopause, talking about I'm out here single and ready to mingle. No, you're not, Clara. Your name Clara. Go in the house. Hey, go vacuum some shit. You better clean some corners. Get you a long stick, wrap it in a cloth, and hit them goddamn corners, and get behind that dresser. I want everything cleaned up over here. You understand? Hold on, let me find some buttons to push. What?
They
My
don't
back.
know what's going on.
They never had my back.
He told me how much he wants to protect you.
They never.
Donations. 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 Gifts. Gifts. Gifts.
More gifts. More
gifts.
Nick, I ain't did that one in a minute, so I wasn't as in sync. I need to be. I'm sorry. I gotta make sure I'm using my soundboard. I went through the whole show yesterday. I'm like, damn, I ain't get the soundboard at all. All right. So there you have it. That's one of my many solutions for solving what we got going on here. And again, if you're not about survival and everything, you ain't gonna make it anyway. So there's that. All right. We're not doing no more bad deals for men. I'm only negotiating. I'm only doing good deals. Okay, everybody wins. That's another thing about losers too. Losers can't make deals, and losers can't see the good in anything, and losers always want to support whatever is going to stop chaos. I'm sorry, stop progression. Because one of the reasons why people hate on Drake, honestly, was because Drake, at the time, I didn't understand. At the time, Drake was moving music forward. And people who didn't have the abilities to keep up, okay, those are the ones who had the biggest issues. The kind of people that, again, you can't put them on any track. They're not versatile, all right? They don't actually really have them joints. From the beginning of music, music was always good based upon the talent in which the artist can deliver that music, what the lyrics actually were, and how it felt. That whole real hip hop shit. I'm seeing this shit all over Twitter. You know, this is a real hip hop album. It's real hip hop. It's real. So what's everything else? What are the parameters you're using? I'm like, fam, let me tell you something. What the reason why because that shit is black culture. Black folks will let you say whatever the fuck you want to say. You can say, I'm sorry for cursing. You can say anything. If it sounds right, Negroes will ride with you. Okay? I'm not even sure if that's where I want to go next. Probably not. But we are going to get there. Listen. All right, so to be fair, I start listening to the Clips album. First track, couldn't get through it. I couldn't finish it. Second track, I got to the Chains and Whips drawing. Chains and Whips would have hit so much harder. Not even hard. I don't think it really could hit. Like it's not really a good record, man. Like that hook. That hook is whack, bro. It's a whack ass hook. Cause again, it's dated. I don't want to hear no more slave references to black. It's such a 2012. That whole verse. Those verses are very 2012, 2013. Back when niggas was still wearing Goodwood African pendants and shit. You know what I mean? That shit is the pre-Black Queen era. Now, see, when niggas was still saying Black Queen, we in a different era now. I don't want to hear that shit no more, Tyrone. I want to hear that bullshit, Sharif. That's not what I'm here for. You're not going to convince me. I want a good product. Okay? You cannot have one thing about you that's good and just rest your laurels on that. We, again, and y'all let Kendrick do that shit. And that's why, honestly, bro, I don't even like hearing him rap no more, bro. I'm like, cause he be rapping weird. These voices are weird. They're not, it's not a good delivery. The way he's rapping on Chains and Whips and Chains. Again, it's not bad. It's like, it's Kendrick, but it's like, all right, man, that shit was cool back like that when I was in my 20s. I'm 38 now. Okay, I want to hear different delivery. First of all, I want to hear an efficient delivery. Man, fuck it, man. Let's go ahead and go there right now. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Here we go. Make sure y'all can see my screen. So Drake is destroying. Yo, that nigga is destroying the Wireless Festival, bro. He's destroying that shit, son. But so he made a controversial statement. All right, let's get it. Hey, listen. So a lot of y'all got y'all panties in a bunch hearing the boy make that statement. What you mad about, bro? The fact that y'all niggas had anything to say about that, that is such a nigga thing to do. That is so the black community. So a majority of y'all who try to shit on Drake, it was based on he ain't black enough, he's not one of us, he's not a part of the culture. And let me tell you something. When Kendrick said I'm what the culture's feeling, at the time, I didn't really think about that. I'm like, you know what? He's right. You are what the culture's feeling. The culture is based around black culture, which is based around not the best of us. This is not the influence of the smartest of us. It's not the influence of us who's had families with strong names. It's going on for generations, or names that's been upheld through generations. When we talk about black culture, we talking about the dumbest, the worst, no morals, okay, no families, no emphasis put on family, pretty much a pseudo polyamorous lifestyle because everyone got kids with multiple people, okay, or you not in a relationship with the person that you had kids with. Shit like that. I mean, on top of that, what we learned throughout this whole thing is that, first of all, the loser mindset plagues FBA black people. You think like a loser. You don't want to do nothing that involves years or decades of sacrifice. You can only think about the next moment. You can only think about the next 60 days possibly. And that makes you into a selfish person. A part of success is the sacrifices you make along the way. Okay? The people who want, the more you want from life, first of all, you as a person in general, you should be looking to always do good. The other day, someone said to me, you know, you're going to do this nice thing or do this honorable thing and won't get a pat on the back. And my mom thinking, why do I need a pat on the back to do something good? What you talking about?
Someone needs a place to stay for the holidays.
You know what I'm saying? Wait.
Come and get me, baby.
I need all my good karma. I need all my blessings. I need everything coming to me. You know what I'm saying? First of all.
I snap my fingers. You forget that you ever gay.
I was never gay.
Exactly.
Wait, no, stop.
Yes.
No, stop. You can't. I was never gay.
Okay.
No.
You think I have somebody I love in the bricks?
I'm hitting buttons. That's a combo. I'm just hitting buttons, my nigga. Anyway, the loser mindset. Okay, because the thing is, all right, I'm going to keep making this point, right? Drake goes through the same shit that Hove used to go through. And back then, I didn't understand why niggas really hated Hove. Niggas hated Hove because, for one, Hove pushed music forward. He pushed hip-hop forward. And once we got to the next level, those of us who couldn't match that standard couldn't be here no more. Your shit started sounding whack. Jay created a new standard for what a dope album is, what a dope song is, all right? What a dope compilation album is, okay? How to go about making a record, different ways to make a record, all right? Making replayable music, making more timeless types of hip-hop tracks. Hove perfected all that, but it was also the subject matter that the nigga was talking about high level luxury. He was talking about going from, cause at that point he was like, yo, what can you say? That's a nigga from the bottom. Marcy Projects? Not the projects. The projects. He came from the bottom. No help. Necessarily. No generational help at least. No, like grandpa didn't die and leave him $5 million and made the right investments, Bitcoin, silver and gold, son. Asian boys went to jail. What?
You think I have somebody I love in the bricks?
They ain't gonna be in the bricks. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I be tripping. All right, what the hell are we talking about? Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's nasty work. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I lost my whole train of thought. Oh man, that's nasty work. Well, anyway, we talk about the ways of the black community and the fact that people were so upset, or people had something to say about it. I'm like, fam, y'all been shitting on Drake and had all these things to say and whatnot. What difference will it make? But I will say this though about black people and really American people in general. American people seem to have this thing that they think that the world revolves around them, and to a certain degree it does. But we have a hard time understanding there are multiple markets out there. The same way that we have like a Hollywood where we make movies and TV shows. Fam, they do all that stuff in different countries. And they watch it over there. Like you can go to a country and tour in that country. Y'all have to really understand that man, and a lot of American artists can go around the world and never touch America. Drake never has to do a show in America again. He doesn't have to. Drake could turn down money in America. But I will say this though about his comment about whether UK lyricists are better, right? We wouldn't know anyway. We don't listen to that shit. Ain't nobody, we don't listen to no UK rap. We can't understand them niggas. And listen, shout out to Drake for actually going down that adventure, because the closest I'm going to get to listen to UK rap is hearing Drake do his London drill flow. And at first I was like, but over time I kind of realized it's actually really dope. Like it's actually really dope. Now, of course, he does it in a way where you can understand and you can kind of like listen to it and enjoy it. For them over there, they speak that way, so that doesn't really sound weird to them or sound bad to them. For us, it's like I've come to like it a little more and everything, because again they've gotten better with their deliveries and their ability to like give you like a dope hip hop track that doesn't hurt your ears. Because that accent, I'm gonna lie, it knocks everything off. Hold on, y'all. I gotta feed my son. Hold on. So when I talk about this whole subject, right? I don't know where I was. I'm sorry about that, bro. Listen, we all over the place. Listen, maybe I do have bad production, but whatever. Y'all ain't shit anyway. No, I'm joking. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. If you're watching me, you're a great person, and I wish you many a lot of gold. I hope you get gold. Hope your family comes into some gold or some surprise money. Okay, thank you. God bless you. But one more moment was when the crowd took it upon themselves to say "fuck Kendrick," right? And again, don't get me wrong. Not even Drake. Niggas like now. Drake is more of a GOAT than Hove, because Hove was critiqued more than any other rapper ever. But there weren't comment sections and there was no Twitter when Hove was like really outside. The most you could do was hate on Hove from a platform or from a barbershop, right? Whereas now, the losers and the haters of the world can all speak on any and everything that goes on, especially in relation to this battle. What people kept commenting was, and y'all saying that the K-Dot fans is dragging it, but hold on, y'all, gotta make sure I'm on the right mic. So the argument that you keep hearing is, y'all saying that the K-Dot fans is dragging it. Kendrick does a Drake set every time he performs. He does Euphoria and Not Like Us at every show. He is the only nigga in history, I think, of his status to actually perform this record as if it's his because it is his biggest record. Not Like Us is literally his biggest record ever. He's never had a kind of success before this album. And what's crazy is that Gen X is literally his. That album's not listenable. It don't even sound like him. It just sound like somebody made a comment a while ago about how like Kendrick gives me anxiety when he raps because you're trying so hard to be something that you're not. And I couldn't put my finger on it. And I'm like, that's what it is. The nigga gives me anxiety. But anyway, so this is one moment from the Wildest Festival that people talked about. All right. I don't know. I don't know if y'all realize this nigga bought out Lauryn Hill to the way. Matter of fact, we're gonna get into Drake's set, this legendary set at the Wildest Festival in a moment, and this nigga showing the levels. Cause the thing is this, bro. It's one thing to perform records that you're being told to listen to, versus it being a moment. You understand? Yo, like that nigga bought out Lauryn Hill. Nothing to do with Kendrick. He bought the girl that sings "I won't walk 1,000 miles." I'm gonna play that in a second too. Who the fuck does that? You know what I'm saying? Who the hell does that? But anyway, so I wanted to get into that moment right there because yo, I wanted to get into the whole commentary around that moment, right? Now mind you, he didn't bring that up. He didn't tell him to do that. That was actually Aiden Ross was the one who started that channel. And what we got to see, hold on, y'all. I don't like that light too much. All right. Anyway, so Aiden Ross, I think, actually started that channel, and also too, I don't think I understand the impact of having the biggest streamers in the world. These are the top dogs. Let me. So I don't know if you guys. This so you guys understand the weight of having a Aiden Ross and these heavy hitters. Hold on, y'all. Come on, dogs. 1 second. Hold on, beloved. Damn, you know what? Hold on, no. It's over here. It's right here. Actually, no. I'm gonna go to King. I'm gonna go to Academics channel. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Down to Academics. Okay. So I want you guys to hear this conversation that these guys are having. First of all, I'm trying to understand, like, give me one moment, y'all. Oh, here we go. This is the video that I want you guys to see. This video right here.
Okay, so I made last stream 31,000 in 2 hours. Okay, no, I made $250 a minute.
Babe, go play. Okay. Do the show, babe.
If you did the math, I did a sell it for 30 days. Probably $250 a minute. Oh my God.
These amounts of money don't even sound real, but that's how many people are watching his stream that he can get that many donations. And I think it's called subscriptions. So people can pay and subscribe to your channel. I don't know, but basically people can give money during the stream. So these streamers are so big. Did you hear what he said? I made $31,000 in 2 hours. I can't wrap my. It sounds like they're just making up numbers. Honestly, that's how much money these young guys are getting, bro.
If I do a summon-on. Sure. Should we pay for it? You heard what that number is. What the fuck that means then? I'll give you 10%.
All right. This is the same dude who interviewed Trump. You understand that, right? This is the moment where reality hits. There's black culture, and nigga logic, and you know all that, right? and then there's the real world. A lot of things about black culture is not based upon how the real world goes. That nigga know what he doing. Hold on, man. Let me find this post real quick, yo. Of this girl, cause I gotta play this. I gotta play that again. I gotta play that shit again, bro. Hold on, yo. This one right here. Oh, I hope it didn't get it taken down. No. They got taken down, man. But fuck it.
The Iceman branding, the ice truck is certainly a choice during this political climate, so that was interesting to me. Well, I think that the branding, the Iceman branding, the ice truck is certainly a choice during this political climate, so that was interesting to me. Well, I think that the branding, the Iceman.
This is the same. Now again, I can't find a full clip. I guess the dude that I bookmarked her from, wherever he got her from is down. Let me see something real quick. Maybe they have it. Oh, boom! Here we go.
Connect with youth, emphasis on tribe, but at a certain point,
This right here oddly enough, this actually is culture. This is one of the moments where y'all express and show you know that Drake is a black dude, because she definitely is talking about this nigga like he a nigga. Basically, she's doing everything she can to minimize his talent, his success, despite that he is more talented and more successful and more of a sustainable brand than any other rapper in the world, including Kendrick. She basically is speaking about him as if he's a hack, as if basically, you know what I realized? So I was riding around today, right? And I'm like, you know what? People in the loser mindset, in their mind, every time they see a person that's doing well, they look at them like Lex Luthor. They look at them as if they're because especially with like women, because women see life as if they're in a movie and everyone has a role and everyone's a silhouette. Shout out to CGA. Right, and when you get to thinking like that, you want to create archetypes for yourself, and one archetype is the villain. Someone has to be the villain in your life. And I realized like, yo, y'all look at people with money like Lex Luthor, and the people you like Superman. Because in the Superman story, right? If it's a Superman story, if Lex Luthor feeds a whole country in Africa, it wouldn't just be Lex Luthor feeds a whole country in Africa. It becomes, what's he doing to the African native? Is he poisoning them? Why is he doing that? Now, mind you, he could just do it and that's it and never talk about it. Matter of fact, he didn't tell you about it. You found out. And that shit could be a whole story. Because of who Lex Luthor is supposed to be in the Superman story, that will be investigated. Superman may go over to Africa to find out, are y'all okay? What's he doing to y'all, right? And that's kind of how y'all look at even like someone like Drake. Y'all niggas are acting like Kendrick is Superman and Drake is this Lex Luthor character. And cause that's how people talked about these Kendrick records. I'm like, nigga, that is your fantasy. A big part of liking Kendrick and being in Kendrick is a big part of it is fantasy. It's not real. It's not authentic. It's not authentic. It's a bunch of you meeting them halfway. I even came up with metaphors to describe Kendrick's music because a lot of it isn't good. A lot of it isn't listenable. I say, you know what? I use the analogy that Jay used for Kanye. He said Kanye is like the cowboy, right? He rides over the hill and he gets shot up with a bunch of arrows and come back to say, yo, it's a lot of them over there. Basically meaning that he is the person who has the balls, has the courage to go into enemy territory or go into uncharted territory creatively, right? And come out with new product or be able to explore that and teach us how to rap to this kind of beat, make this kind of song, how to experiment properly. Because niggas can experiment, but not everyone can produce. You understand? So that was the analogy I used for Kendrick, right? And I remember getting into an argument with my ex because the Mr. Morale album was so bad. It just didn't sound good in the car. I was playing it. I'm like, it's a nice day outside. I'm gonna let this album rock. Cause I'm like, damn, I ain't heard Kendrick in years. And it's, you know, he blessed us with an album. And like, it took me a long time to realize. Now, even then, I never said it was whack. I said I can only get like four of the songs. That's not. It's one thing to say these are my 4 favorite songs, but that's not acceptable for a GOAT. Where we're at now, there's not supposed to be anything, no such thing as a whack song. Maybe a song that's not for me, but not an actual whack song. Mr. Morale has that's not really music. He does that shit because y'all won't put pressure on him to make joints. Damn is his best album because you could play that shit in the car. It got movement to it. It got motion to it. The I don't give a fuck. The Element shit, that shit is fly. The Rihanna shit, that's fly. Even DNA grew on me. Pause. Humble, grow on you. All right. Pause. That nigga dead ass came back to hip hop in 2024, rapping like it's 2017, and y'all ain't say shit. He literally used it on that Luther song. He's rapping the same way he did on the Zacari song. But again, in y'all's story, he's Superman, Drake is Lex Luthor. Mind you, in the real world, right? In your fantasy, he's Lex Luthor. In the real world, people are fighting tooth and nail to work at LexCorp. LexCorp is giving crazy 401k packages. They paying well, all right? People's dreams are coming true because of LexCorp in the real world. But in the context of Superman, he's the villain. But that's how y'all look at everyone who's excellent in some kind of way. But let's go ahead and get back into this clip.
I wonder, is he chasing the youth or trying to connect? Because we all know that people consume music differently now. People consume content differently now. And everything gets put under the umbrella of content. So I know that Drake is making a concerted effort to make content that resonates with different audiences, particularly with the youth. So I do think that is admirable, especially for an artist at his level. But I don't know if it's genuine or if it's just manufactured virality. To me, this doesn't feel like a rollout that I'm particularly interested in, because it feels like I have seen how the sausage is made, and I know everything he's trying to do with this rollout. We all know Drake knows how to manipulate any medium. And I think his greatest feat is his curatorial skills rather than his creator skills. I think he has great taste, and he just has his finger on the pulse as far as what wave he needs to ride and what he needs to do to extract attention. And I think attention is his...
Say extract attention. Who the fuck is it? Who's this person? Okay, so her name is Ivy Annie. Okay, this came from her page. This is Ivy Annie. Okay. This is what I'm talking about, yo. This is black culture on so many levels. For one, again, this is how black women get. This is how black women treat men in relationships. This is how they look at you in relationships. What she basically did was try to take everything good. She basically said the fact that he has enough sensibility to explore music in a way where he goes around the world and is listening to rap and from other countries, to the point where he's building relationships not only with the artists there, but the market, and also learning that style of music. And Angry Man made a really good point about this. That's called being really talented. A lot of artists cannot rap in different styles at all. That's one of the reasons why Drake is better than Hov. There was no such thing as I rap, I do this one thing, and no one else could do it. I saw a post the other day about basically because I think that the dance that Drake is doing in the What Did I Miss video is not his dance. The Baby did the dance, and the Baby has a record where he's going Let's Go, and the point is, you see what I'm talking about? He's a vulture. What and it dawned on me earlier about what greatness and what being excellent and what going to the top actually is, when it looks like. Being amazing at what you do, being great at what you do, leveling up is not a parade. It dawned on me the other day. When you are one of the strong, people don't have no consideration for you. People don't have compassion for you. People are not worried about you. They don't worry about you to the point where they don't realize you are constantly trying to hurt that person. Because you're going past not caring for them. Now you're attacking, saying, all right, well, let's see how strong you really are, right? God damn, near an hour mark of the show. But that's what goes on. Greatness is not a parade. As soon as you get up to that level, you get. That's why they always talk about how much more hate you get. I had so many experiences just getting a slightly better car, by just being able to leave my job and start a business. Now, listen, I ate off that business, and I could have kept it, but I wanted to do this, and I wanted to start over. Cause listen, I was going through my growing pains. Everyone has trouble with their first business. And I said, you know what? If I can start over, I'm starting over again. I'm doing a different business, and maybe I'll do an agency again later on, because I have options. I set myself up lovely. It's one of my taglines I say in my head. I don't really say it out loud, but every time I think about like smart things I did, I say I set myself up lovely. Okay, but I wanted to get into that video again because that's what greatness is, okay? It is you busting your ass, you working hard in everyone, and especially with content. What's crazy is, she said, is this a forced viral moment? Basically, is this real? Is this manufactured? Is this authentic? First of all, she couldn't give it, well, for one, she didn't give any, she didn't really say anything. I guess the basis was, first thing she said, it was about being genuine. The whole idea is, again, with black folks, the more light-skinned you are, the more successful you are, the less trustworthy you are for some reason. Because again, people always make this point. If Drake was a dark-skinned nigga with dreads or braids, y'all would call him the GOAT and say he's the most talented nigga ever. But because he light-skinned and he's biracial, rather than now, if it's anyone else, that nigga could say my great grandfather was black, and y'all will go around saying, "Hey, did you know? Did you know?" When I found out that Kamala Harris is not actually black, that blew my freaking mind. That blew my mind, bro. I still don't understand. Because she looked black and but yo, despite that, listen, she has identified as Asian American since the last election. She has never told you, until this election, she has never said, I am an African American woman. Okay? Anyway, no, but
you think I have somebody I love in the bricks?
You understand? All right, let's see what else we got here, man. I think that might have been it, man, for Twitter. Oh, sorry, babe. I'm gonna give you the we're gonna have the burritos in a second. I'm almost done doing the show. I'm almost done cooking these boys, Levi. I had to cook these boys. All right, let's go over here with it. I think I have some more clips over here. Hold on. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. It's about 8:30. So, let's go ahead. I want to get into this moment from the Wildest Festival, dog. I don't know if I played this yet, but Oh no, we actually got a few joints to get into. Hold on, y'all. I think I played this last night. I'm gonna play it again. Fam, Kendra could never. I don't even know what her name was. It's the boy. Hey. Okay. Let's go. Nah, man, in all seriousness, man, listen, I didn't know what her name was, but listen, who the hell thinks to do that, bro? That's real superstar shit. That's a real show, fam. The guest spots that this man had on the show is crazy. First of all, you know what? Drake, do got curatorial? Is that what she said? Cuticle. He has cuticle skills. All right. That nigga put Sexy Red in context. All right, because he was smart enough to know Sexy Red is good for this right here.
Sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
That's right.
And sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
That's right. All right, exactly. He found the perfect context for her right here. Is not singing very much and not rapping very much. Matter of fact, Sexy Red needs to only be an effect that you hear, or like a just keep on the hook. All right, like he made Sexy Red look fly. You understand? And I enjoyed that. That's the most I've enjoyed Sexy Red since she dropped that baby. I ain't gonna lie. When after Sexy Red had that baby, I became way bigger fan of Sexy Red. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out to DDG.
What I'm asking is, does anybody in here have a fucked up ex? That's all I want to know.
This is from the DDG stream.
Better not put that goddamn camera on me, bitch. I ain't going back on my boys to that shit. Think of that person. Take a second. Take a second. I want you to visualize. Yeah, almost visualize all those nights that you up.
DDG got mad his cameraman after he put the camera on him after Drake asked the crowd if they have a psycho ex. Let me tell y'all something, yo. These niggas are streaming. These niggas is getting money to the point where they got a cameraman to go streaming with, bro. He don't even got to hold the camera. You know what? That's how we finna do it, too. Your boy finna start Twitch streaming in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, I'm finna be in these streets, my G. You understand? But anywho, I think that's all I got for right now that I wanted to talk about. Oh, but before we go, I got a few more clips, man. Hold on, here we go.
Kendrick Lamar.
Bad food, yo.
Absolutely not.
His music don't touch the soul of the South.
Yes, it do.
It don't make us move down here. I ain't never heard nobody jump across. Say, man, bump that kid. I done heard him say. I done heard him say bump that Drake down. Yeah.
See, I don't know the context, nothing like that, but again, that's the culture. That wasn't about Drake. That was just about being at odds with the black man, going against the black man. The black man say this, and then you say this. God damn it! All right, but that shit right there, that's a lack of cooperation. Okay, a lot of black men get caught in this trap of going back and forth about shit that don't even matter. All right, and this is one more thing. Actually, I'm sorry, no, but I saw. Oh yeah, here we go. This is shit right here. So these are a few comments from Drake's comment about the UK, right? So this is No Child Left Behind. This is George Bush, and it says, uncultured American swine who never actually listened to UK music, calling it trash. They wasn't saying that when they were eating off his features / talents, ungrateful pieces of ish. Okay? And somebody wrote this, and this right here, this speaks to the mindset that's prevalent in the black community. Again, you got this Lex Luthor Superman type mindset when it comes to people you like and you don't like. The nigga said the reason why people in America, and this is this guy's response to why people in America turned on Drake. They turned on him because he's an F-boy. He crossed everyone in the business that he's had dealings with in one way or another. He's foul. And I'll repeat, it's because his feelings are hurt, don't give him the right to blatantly lie to his fans. Even in the people in the UK would say that he's dumb for saying this. And what's crazy, and again, this is how niggas are arguing. And again, let me tell you, let's explain why before we go. If you find yourself being great, right? You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Someone needs a place to stay for the holidays.
These niggas be needing a place to stay. If you find yourself in this situation, you have to understand why this person is saying so. First and foremost, they're trying to morph you into a version of yourself that's easier for them to defeat because they can't fuck with you. All right? Also, they're doing that because they don't want to feel bad about who they are. But most importantly, and then this is one of the fallouts, the consequences of feminine leadership. It breeds all these people who can't even have a conversation. You literally feel as though you can tell other people what to think, and that everyone has to have the same opinion as you. But before we go, let's go ahead and touch on this clips thing, because I'm like, you know what? I got a few more minutes. I got a few more minutes. All right. Let's talk about this clips thing right here. All right. Let's go ahead and go over this chains and whips thing. So one stat. Here's an interesting stat. Y'all remember when y'all was talking ish about the Drake? Hold on a second. Y'all remember when y'all was talking ish about the Drake and Camila Cabello debuting at 149 on the Spotify global chart in the middle of the beef? Laugh my ass off. It debuted higher than the Empty Clips and Kendrick. Mwah! Laugh my ass off. Karma is a beautiful bitch, ain't she? Right? So, the song Whips and Chains got 1.2 for 1 point. Excuse me. So far, the song's got 1 million streams. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Cause there was one more stat. Cause it basically was a stat saying, where that shit at? Oh, Malice every time Pusha start talking shit. This is dope. Real talk. Malice might got dementia. Malice ain't said shit the whole press run. Okay, I don't know if Push is nervous, but yo, Push has done all the talking. And now I'm thinking about Mouse acting like he high. I'm sorry. So far the press run has been Funk Flex, So Be It exclusive, the Billboard, Apple Music, Guardian, Spotify, Colors. They did a Colors performance, a Tiny Desk performance, Rolling Stone, Genius Lyric Breakdown. Oh shit, there's more? God damn. Elliot Wilson, New York Times, tour announcement still ongoing. Drake press run, measured the ice block and drove down the street. This nigga Drake, this nigga is in the video just he's measuring the ice block. Okay, and check it out. Clips and Kendrick Lamar's Chains and Whips received 1.42 million streams in its opening day on Spotify. Drake's What Did I Miss received 3.51 million streams yesterday on Spotify, the biggest streaming day yet. It remains the most streamed rap song on Apple Music and Spotify on Friday. Now, mind you, the reason why this is all relevant, right? It's all relevant because, fam, from what what these niggas are saying, right? From all the messy moments, pause, that Pusha T has had, and the crazy shit he been saying, right? They have, the perception is you are marketing this album based off of your beef with Drake, because you said that this album didn't come out because we had to have the Kendrick feature so you can have what? The association that Kendrick has with Drake. So Kendrick is having the biggest year of his life because he's dissing Drake directly and going as hard and being as desperate as possible. Pause. Right? And this is something interesting that I heard.
When you guys had this record, did you have it and then ask Kendrick to be on it?
What happened was basically we had the record. We were in the studio just creating the album.
Listen, I've never really heard Push talk this much, and him Push talk this much. I never really thought that he was the coolest nigga to begin with, but I'm seeing how corny this nigga is, yo. This is this, and again, like him, it's like the same thing where like they know that they're getting over, and they're taking full advantage of the fact that you guys are letting them get over with bullshit. Because these interviews are all, and that's the thing about being interviewed. The interviewer has to talk to you like you're important. And it's like these niggas is playing, Push in particular is playing that part to a T. You would think Push was the multi-platinum, super accomplished. Them niggas can't sell half the tickets for any venue that they're booked for right now. That tour is pretty much canceled. Like, real talk, these are some niggas you would have never heard from again if it wasn't for the internet. If the internet would have stopped developing in 2005, you would have never heard from the Clips again.
And his publisher happened to be in the studio. It was in Paris, right? And just was listening and called Doc and was like, "Listen, you need to be on this album." Yeah. And so we sent him a few records. I was like, "Man, listen, here, take them, whatever you want." And he man, through everything that was going on, man, he came back with that.
I heard that verse. Here's the thing. Nick, and it's funny, birds of a feather flock together. Kendrick and Pusha, you are the type of niggas that niggas enjoy as long as they don't ask no questions. Niggas do not hold you to a high regard. Matter of fact, niggas only look for y'all to have one hot verse per song. Period. Niggas don't expect you to carry songs. You can't carry an album, none of that shit. And one of the reasons why I'm not really keen on wanting to hear the Clips album, because I know there's not really music. It's like, another thing too, again, now that I'm asking questions, now that you want to be put under the microscope, now I'm listening. And I gotta keep it 100. I don't like what I hear. I don't like what I hear. I really wanted to play that clip where this nigga is saying that, basically, let me tell you something. If you think that Push wasn't giving Kendrick ideas and motivating this nigga during the beef, because he revealed that, again, yo, they was talking throughout the beef, right? And they was talking and whatnot. Yo, that nigga Kendrick got help from everybody. But anyway, all right, man. Let's go.
This what we doing right now.
We out, man. We out, yo. We out. We done. We're done. Subscribe to the channel.